Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. As always, I thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Hopefully, when you see the review of the book, you will seriously consider adding it to your must-buy list. It is very highly recommended. And the book today is The Silent Sisters by Robert Dugoni. This is published by Thomas and Mercer, and it retails in Canada for $23.95. Robert Dugoni is known for a great series of books, the Tracy Crosswaite series. It is, I think there are 8 books in that series, and it has been very highly recommended. All the books are bestsellers, and in this series, it is a trilogy, and this is the 3rd book of the Charles Jenkins series. The first 2 books were The Eighth Sister and The Last Escape. And Robert Dugoni writes very, very well. That goes without saying. He is an excellent author, and the books that he writes are definitely page turners, as this book is. Being the final book in the series, he has to bring all the storylines, the threads to a conclusion, and he does it perfectly. In fact, what could be the best of the 3 books? In this book, The Silent Sister, Charles Jenkins must go back to Russia to extricate from the country 2 women who are part of the sisters. There were 7 originally. 5 of them have been hunted down by Russian forces and killed, and there are 2 left, and he wants to get them out of the country. The 2 women are, I have the names here, Maria Kulikova and Zenaida Petrakova. He must get them out. Now, Charles Jenkins, before he does this, he goes to a bar and he has a drink, and when he comes out of the bar, he sees a prostitute being assaulted by 2 men. So he comes to her rescue. Now, one of the men shoots the other man dead. And this begins an unfortunate sequence of events that result in a woman who is sort of a mob mistress, part of, well, you could say the Russian mafia. Her name is Yekaterina Velikaya. She's the mother of the dead man, and she immediately suspects that Charles Jenkins was responsible for the death of her son. So when the book opens, Charles Jenkins is hanging, he's still alive, he's hanging by a meat hook in a meat processing plant with Yekaterina there with her henchmen, and they're beating him up, and they want to know the truth behind what happened. Now, Charles Jenkins had nothing, well, he was there for the death, but he had nothing to do with the death. So they keep torturing him, and they tell him eventually he will end up as human sausage. He'll be put through the meat grinder, but he won't be dead when he's put through the grinder. He'll still be alive, so he'll be in somebody's sausage. So there are a lot of grisly scenes in the book, but they're still very entertaining in many ways. Now, that opens with him hanging, and then the book goes back to 3 weeks before this happened, and it follows a sequence of events. Now, there are people that are trying to hunt down Charles Jenkins. It's not just Yekaterina. There's also the Russian mafias after him, the intelligence agency, and there are many factions, because he's sort of like he's there to save the 2 remaining, as they call them, the sisters, the Silent Sisters. They're both in their 60s. They're not just young women, but they've been in the spy business for quite some time, so they have gone silent, and they're trying to save them. Now, there's another gentleman, a Russian investigator, Arkhip Mishkin, who is also on the trail of Charles Jenkins. Now, he's not one of the bad guys, but he's trying to hunt him down, to make contact with him. So, as the book goes, there's one situation after another that Charles Jenkins finds himself in, and the 2 women are also trying to elude all these forces that are after them. So to say the book is a jam-packed, action-packed thriller chiller, you'd be right. Robert Dugoni really has saved the best for last. And in The Silent Sisters, there's nothing silent about the book. It shouts really loud from every single page with the action and what Charles Jenkins must go through, and you wonder if he'll ever get off the meat hook alive. So there's an amazing confrontation there at the warehouse that you just don't know how it's going to go, because since it's the last book of the series, you figure, well, are they going to kill him off? Well, I won't tell you what exactly happened, but let's just say you will be thrilled with every single page. So if you're looking for a change of pace, spy, espionage, mystery thriller, definitely add this book to your reading list because you will not be disappointed. So that's the book I wanted to draw to your attention. Please let me know if you do buy it and you do read it, or if you have already read it. It's getting very good reviews from a lot of the top flight book review online companies in the world. So Goodreads likes it, Publishers Weekly likes it, Kirkus Reviews, so it's definitely a unanimous decision about this book. So until we meet again, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I'll see you at the bookstore, and thank you again for watching my video. Take care.